All right, over here at the bottom right, a player who just started his team off with a bang. He is the chosen one. A lot of fans for Alicia in the audience, clapping, being pumped. Over here at the top left, we have a Zerg player on the team MVP. Quite good in ZVZ, but also ZVP. Violent. That's a violent intro, a little bit.
Now, I can't really stress how important winning that first match was for SlayerS. It really gets their confidence up. Puts a little bit of doubt in the back of MVP's mind.
That it does. If you lose your first round, it messes everything up because normally you have kind of a plan, and if you lose your first round unexpectedly, it can be a little bit of a hinge in the plan. Now, we are going to see some sort of fast expand out from Alicia on this map, which is pretty difficult to do. It's almost the hardest map to do a fast expand on. You don't really have... It's not like Tal'Darim Altar where you can kind of wall off a ramp. It's not like Shakuris in that regard either. It's not like Metalopolis where there's not a ton of space. It's kind of open. Zelda Caverns is one of those maps that you could compare this one to. It's a very wide, open, natural, very difficult to defend all the sides.
But that comes into a mind game, though. Violet knows that it is difficult to do that. And sometimes you can get away with it a little bit.
Very true. Well, this probe from Alicia does see that there's going to be a speedling expand. It's going to trigger him to play us out a little bit more safely than he may have wanted to, because obviously if you get that gas...
Looks like we're having a 15 Nexus. No, more than that. Am I blind?
No, man, you're not blind. This is like a 17
Nexus. Very greedy.
Now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Sometimes when you go for this type of build, if your opponent doesn't go pool first, you can get a second pylon and then get a ton more probes out, but normally it's better to not do that. You do see the floors going down now. Now, based on his building placement, he's most likely going to put a cannon kind of near his Nexus. Not only can it protect the Nexus, but also the mineral line. But he's going to have to be very careful about how he walls otherwise, because even if you kind of protect your Nexus, it becomes very easy for Zerglings to run in. So, as you guys can see, a very, very wide open natural.
Well, we have been seeing a lot of the more Ling Roach all-ins coming in to punish this kind of build.
It's very true. People have really started to figure out how to do that exactly. It's become very popular. In fact, every single game I play on this matchup on the ladder.
Yeah. It's an interesting spot for a cannon right there.
It is very interesting indeed.
We do have that probe being chased away by the Lings. No more scouting for you.
Yeah, and in fact, those Lings are going to kill that probe. The probe's trying to see if there's a hatchery there. He's going to find out right now there's not. He's not going to come in here and see the Roach Warren, though. Or is he?
Oh, no, he's going up. He's trying to stay off that creep to stay alive a little bit longer, but nicely done.
So, he does have that Roach Warren coming up. He actually accidentally has 4 drones in the gas. Oops, a bit of a blunder, but...
There we go. I think he just fixed it then.
Alicia wasn't able to see that he continued mining gas, nor was he able to really see the Roach Warren or whether or not he took the natural. He's going to go back in here and check again, though, which is really, really smart. He's going to come over here. He's going to see no hatchery at all, and that's going to tip him off to exactly what's happening. That's huge that he saw that.
Really needs to get this probe alive as long as possible to try and get the timing down before he gets through. There is a second cannon going down in the mineral line, though, but 7 roaches.
7 roaches indeed. Some people dub this the 7 roach rush. I like to call it the roach speedling all in. It's not the 3 roach speedling all in, it's a 7 one. Yep. Now, even with this good building placement by Alicia, it's very, very difficult to defend all of those Zerglings except one being taken out there, doing minimal damage. But you did see the exact positioning of that wall off. Now, a 3rd cannon is being placed next to the forge. It's going to give him a pretty good radius, but he's going to be able to kind of pick away at the probes from the southern part if he goes just right. May even be able to pick off that pylon or the forge at the north if he controls his roaches just right. Yeah,
the building placement here for Alicia is very important too. Like, it looks very, very refined. Like, he's got the 2 pylons. One can't be hit by the roaches even if he wants to. He's stuck the pylon behind the mineral line, so the speedlings can't get around there into the main either. And here we go. Looks like they are going to go straight for this 1 cannon, but they're in range of 2 of those. The 3rd one is going to go down. It is going to be built. I don't think it's going to build anywhere near in time. Does lose one of those roaches. Yeah. And he can work on this cannon all he wants. It's not going to change a thing.
Exactly. This is looking really bad for Alicia. He's going to lose that pylon. He made it 2 sentries. He's going to slow down this attack. But how long can he really slow it down? He's only got 1 gateway. He's trying to chrono boost out of stock, which will be helpful. But will it be enough?
But all those roaches have been stuck there for so long. They haven't been able to hit that cannon. So many hits from that cannon going off. They got stuck between the force field and the Vespine guys and the mineral patch.
Yeah, he's trying to target down pros. So I have to say, This is some of the best control I've ever seen from Alicia and some of the worst control I've ever seen from Violet. If that happens, you just run your roaches away.
Oh.
Force field goes away, and then you take care of that. Now this is going to be a Stargate. He's going to try to use that to defend using a Void Ray.
I like the positioning of that pylon there to help him with that as well.
Yeah, it's a
Because
very
on top of
smart
that
move.
cliff, he won't be able to see it when he runs into the natural, and he won't actually see it unless he gets an Overlord there either.
Exactly. Now, nice control by Alicia. Using these Stalkers does not want to get those Stalkers trapped by Speedlings, though. And here come the Speedlings now.
So it is going to happen. Nice force field. This doesn't matter. He's going to get those down.
Losing quite a few wings on the process, but he is going to run in here. There's no more energy. And nice control by Alicia. Losing just a few probes, but not the sentries. And he's back at home. Violet has remade his natural. When I say remade, he's making it for the first time now. And that Stargate's finishing up. Alicia's looking pretty good from this point.
Yeah.
Right now, 29 probes to 21 drones. And just having this next up, being able to make 2 probes at once is really, really helping him out.
Yeah. This Void Ray is going to be very dangerous here for Violet because he doesn't really have the economy to start pumping out as many queens as he really wants. He's got 2 at the moment, but if he catches them off guard with even 1 Phoenix, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, he started an evolution chamber. He suspects that something like this may happen. This is a common follow-up when your opponent goes for a type of roach all-in like this. If you get a Void Ray out, it's very difficult to deal with because you spent so much on the roaches.
Yep.
You just don't really have a very good defense for that. And then, of course, the Void Ray can be used defensively if there's a second phase of the all-in.
He does see this Void Ray now as he's got Overlord trying to come in to get some scouting information. Spore Crawler's going down in the main here for him as well. Another Stargate as well.
Yep. Looks like he wants to continue that Void Ray production. May switch over to Phoenixes to assist those Void Rays. Most likely that will be what happens. He's got a second Void Ray on the way. And when that finishes, he may try to follow it up with Phoenixes, lift Queens up, isolate the Queens away from the Spore Crawlers. And this Void Ray is going to get over here. Unfortunately for him, though, it's almost a little bit too late. Spore Crawlers are in position. He's got Queens out. He's just going to have to control them properly. Yep.
These guys are very close on the supply as well, 53 to 50. And Violet actually catching back up in the drone count after that failed attack with the Roaches and Lings.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Alicia make double Stargates, and also he made a ton more cannons, which is to be safe, but I think he may have gone a little bit overboard. Nice control here with this Void Ray.
I think he may have expected another wave of units coming through.
Yeah, because a lot of the time that is what you see. There's so hard to recover from here. There's the first Phoenix. Does lift up a Queen, and the Void Rays will charge on that Queen. The Spore Crawler is being moved. That was a terrible choice. Now the Spore Crawler will be taken out as well. Queen's going to try their best to come in here, but now there are 2 Phoenixes. The Spore Crawler goes down, and Violet is in trouble, unstable.
He is. He's got 1 Queen left. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Another Phoenix comes through. Spore Crawler being moved. There's like 5 Spore Crawlers being dropped as well. 3 in the natural. Sorry, I can't count by the looks of it. He's losing Overlords as well. Is this actually going to supply cap him? No, but it's going to be very supply cap very shortly. No Queens left. Only 1 in production as well. The Void Ray's targeting down the Spore Crawler that is most complete.
And
not looking good for Violet.
that Spore Crawler will finish.
There's a Queen. He's going to focus down on these Void Rays if he can even land.
Yeah,
But this Phoenix control being amazing by Alicia right now.
There's just so much going on here. The Queen's killing all of the Queens. The Phoenix is killing the Queens when they pop out. The Spore Crawler's never able to finish. And this is just looking so bad right now. He's losing so many Overlords. He's having to remake those. He's making so many drones with the Spore Crawlers. He's losing drones.
He did make some Spore Crawlers in his main and bring them across, but they're completely out of position for his Overlords now. He is 39 over 12.
Exactly. And that's the 71 supply of Alicia. There's almost no way for him to come back now. The Void Ray is just going to continue to be annoying here. But this attack has essentially stopped. He doesn't even have to do any more with this. He can just leave, build up a Gateway Army, and try to end the game.
Looks like Violet has stabilized his natural, but he's got a Hydralisk Den coming, 2 more Queens. He should be okay, but with the supply difference now, he's going to be everything. Oh, he almost got that Void Ray.
Yeah, that Queen's being very brave. You never want to bring the Queen away from the Spores in this kind of a situation.
Oh, because that'll happen.
Exactly. And there goes that Queen.
He's actually getting that final Spore Crawler at the back. All these Phoenixes lifting up the drones, left, right, and center. He has so few drones left, 16 to 45 for Alicia. Goodbye, Roach Warren as well. This just seems like there's nothing that Violet can do to deal with these Void Rays.
Yeah, he's making right now 4 Hydralisks, but those Hydralisk numbers are so low, the Phoenixes can just kill them.
They're also, the Phoenixes absolutely melt them as well. And the Overlords that are just popped getting done as well. He's supply capped again.
He's losing a lot of Phoenixes, taking a lot of damage, but it just doesn't matter. Unstable.
No.
75 supply at 34. He's constantly supply blocked. back at home, we see more gateways being added. It looks like he's going up to about 8 gates, excuse me, and he's just going to make only gateway units and end this game. There's nothing.
Oh, he did actually lose a Void Ray to a Spore Crawler at the top that was just off screen, but he does have about 5 to 6 Hydralisks here, and oh, that Void Ray. Oh. But even with those Hydras, there's so many Phoenix, you can just lift them all up.
Yeah, and in fact, that's what he's going to do here at the natural.
No, he's going to... We didn't see it, but he did actually lose 2 Phoenixes.
Yeah, it was a little indecisive with those Phoenixes. Maybe low on energy.
He's also got +1 weapons finishing up for his gateway units. A lot of Stalkers and Sentries coming across.
Yeah, this is going to be the killing blow. It's 94 supply to 37 supply. There are 14 Stalkers, a Void Ray, 4 Phoenixes, and 5 Sentries out versus just 6 Hydras and a Zergling.
Big props to Violet for giving it his all, even up until now, though.
Yeah, he tried to defend. The problem is, if you lose those Queens, the Spore Callers just get focused down so quickly. Yep. Anyways, and here we go. He's going to use those Force Fields and Guardian Shields to take out these Hydras very quickly.
Oh, he does lose 1 Sentry very quickly. Violet doing everything he can to stay in it. He's got 12 Speedlings in production.
Look at that.
Oh.
Now all the gateways are
Now the gateways are pumping through.
So many units there. And there's just no way, even if he tries to keep those Hydras alive. Hydras do well against gateway units, but not that well.
No. Not with the Void Ray and Phoenix as well. Lifting up the Hydralisk. Does lose that Void Ray eventually, but goodbye. All those Hydras are gone now. Too many Stalkers.
And I think that's going to be it.
GG! Now, that's twice that hasn't worked.
Yeah, those are like the only 2 wins I can think of on Belcher Beach for Process 1. And Violet probably planned, I mean, based on what we saw, planned that strategy specifically for that map.
I have to say, from thinking back on that, it was the SimCity that Alicia had.
Yeah, and not only that, but his good sentry control, his Force Shields were good, his Stalker Micro was good as well. And also part of it, I have to say, came down to really bad control by Violet. You guys, Roach is a little bit trapped, but in that situation, you don't just try to force your way through the Force Field, you just back up. And then once the Force Fields are gone, you come back again, pick off some more structures.
I feel if he'd gone to the top of the base, where that forge and the 1 cannon was up there, rather than trying to come down through the mineral line, he would have had a better chance.
Exactly. I think that would have been a big, that's exactly what I think would have happened. If he had just waited, baited the Force Fields out, there were only 2 sentries there. The first Stalker was just trying to get out.
MVP does not look happy.
They do not, man. They are looking a little bit confused. They're trying to discuss right now, who do we pick? I'm sure they've got it in their mind.
I'm sure Genius has an idea, though.
Yeah, maybe we'll see Genius. It's definitely possible. He is quite the genius.
Yeah, you caught on. It's all right. You took a little bit of time to get my joke.
I actually saw him at the qualifiers. He was there. He talked to us. He's got some decent English, and he's very, very friendly. And he actually gave me an MVP shirt.
Oh, you get one tonight? That's just me.
You weren't here, man. Come down to Korea. Maybe one of your favorite players will just throw a shirt in the crowd, and you'll get one. Starting to happen a little bit. So I was really excited. I was chosen by Genius. But yeah, right now 2-0. It's not looking good for MVP.
Alicia playing very strongly in both those games. I can't really see a point.
It's like you did one of the most difficult things to do on that map. I mean, talk about a wide open natural. The Roach all in comes and he still holds it. It takes the chosen one to do that, man. I'm serious. Again, though, the control of Violet was a little lacking. So, all right, who's he going to choose? The MVP coach, who has been selected.
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig. Guinea pig, man. He knows a lot about tons of matchups.
He does. Is he still a random player?
Actually, he switched to Terran recently, I believe. He went from Protoss to random to Terran to random again, and he was getting Zerg a lot in his matches. Now, he's still random, it turns out.
He's the Korean TLO, man.
Yeah, man. I've seen him on the ladder playing Terran, so I thought maybe he was going to switch back to Terran. Some people were rumored that he was playing Zerg. There's all these rumors about Guinea Pig. A lot of these pro players off race on the ladder. Like Pit Trickster playing as Terran. It's like, what? Like, I think that's his...
And they're always really good at it, too.
Yeah. So, really, really interesting. And it's difficult for players to know, of course, what race Guinea Pig would be playing. And now that they know what race he's playing, they still don't know what race he's playing.
Does give him a mental edge at the beginning of the game, though.
Yeah.
The Protoss strategies are a little bit hindered going up against a random player.
What map do you think he's going to pick?
I think it's going to be a fairly large map to play against the scouting. to see what yours is.
Exactly. That's what a lot of random players do at the highest level. You know, I know you guys on the ladder play against random players and they get a little cheesy sometimes. You see a random, you expect maybe something a little cheesy or some sort of all-in. Well, it is going to be Tal'Darim Altar. The beauty of playing random is you can do something like a Nexus burst or a fast CC or a Hatch burst, and your opponent can't really react to that. He can't expect anything like that.
And you have to be careful of the all-ins.
Yeah, you have to be careful of a 6 pool. If you're a Protoss, you have to wall off. So, for example, Alicia right now, he can't go for a force fast expand. He has to wall off at his main base because if it's a Protoss and he does some sort of weird expand, he's just lose.
Insta-dead.
So it basically limits the amount of strategies you can do.
And that is the advantage of sending Guinea Pig out here.
Exactly.
He's played quite a bit for them. MVP only played in the one team league so far where they came second, but I believe he was sent out at least 4 times.
That's true. Guinea Pig's team history is quite interesting as well. He was on TSL, and then I believe he joined NSP for a while, and then from there, of course, joined MVP.
All over the place?
Yeah.
Just like his race?
Exactly, man. This guy is almost like 6jack's, what's he called nowadays? Just joking. But, you know, some players like to change their IDs, play a different race, change it up. I like that. It shows a lot of knowledge and experience when you're able to switch races like that.
It does help your matchups as well to understand the timings a little bit better.
Exactly. In fact, actually, most of the Korean commentators play random at a very high level, for those of you guys who didn't know. All right,
Players
so
are jumping into the game now.
Yep, the map is loaded up. This is going to be pretty tense. I love seeing random players in televised matches because you just don't see it very often.
Alicia's sitting very confident right now. Even if he does lose this game, he's given SlayerS a good lead.
Exactly. Now remember, guys, the format for the GSTL is it's basically the first to 4 points and the winner stays up. For those of you guys who haven't tuned in and didn't figure it out already, or who haven't been watching the awesome GSTLs. So that's how it works. The countdown is started. Will Alicia win a 3rd set? Or will Guinea Pig, the random player, change it up? Let's find out here at the GSTL Jupiter.